to go and bury my dad tomorrow and return. As it were, I was even supposed to have some other family meetings among others. I should be in Kai again, returning to Kumasi. And so, as I go, I wish you well. And I will advise you with the peace of God. Enjoy your night and the rest of the vetting. Bye.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. And Honorable Member, we would just like to express our journey back home to lay Daddy to rest. We wish you a safe journey. We ask that may the good Lord take you on his protective wings and take you home safely. See you through the activities so that you join us actively and healthy. Thank you very much. Good evening, Madam.
My name is Evelyn Sunkwa. As far as this vetting process is concerned, I'll be taking you through background, CV, vision statement, and then mission statement. So, as we begin our interaction, I first of all want you, the President, to take me through your background.
All right, thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. So, my name is Joachim Jimesa, born on the 1st of November 1994. I started my basic education at St. Cecilia. I continued to St. Paul Senior High School to acquire my secondary education. I furthered to St. Francis College of Education, where I pursued diploma in basic education to be trained as a professional teacher, after which I practiced for 6 years as a basic school teacher. And with my passion to impact knowledge and make difference in my society, I thought it wise to upgrade myself, and I'm currently studying BSc IT Education in the Akintina Minka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development, currently in level 200. I am a Christian, Roman Catholic specifically, and then also I have passion for sports. With my sports, I love to watch basketball, and I do a little of handball myself. As a good Christian, I am a member of the Knights and Ladies of the Altar, who we basically call mass servers. As an aspiring leader, I've served in several capacities, right from basic school, where I was the school prefect. In my secondary school, I was the organizer for CASU, Catholic Students Union. And then in my training college, I served from level 100 as a course rep. And then I aspired for the SRC presidency in my college, but unfortunately I lost with a close margin. With my impact, I was able to serve on 2 different committees in the SRC during my days in college. And when it comes to my college, I was a member of the Association of Catholic Teacher Trainees, that's Franco. In the year 2016, I was serving as the president of the association in my college. And at the same time, I doubled as the national vice chairman for the Association of Catholic Teacher Trainees, where I was handling issues about all Catholic teacher trainees in the 36 training colleges in the country. Also, I channeled my leadership energy to the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana, where I got the privilege to serve in the capacity as the public relations manager for Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana, Volta. Now, coming to my station, upon arriving at my station, I equally took up some leadership roles, right from my staff, where I acted as the staff secretary throughout my 6 years on the staff. I was the sports and games secretary. I served as the curriculum lead for my circuit, which had 13 schools, where I was a facilitator for the learning program. And then also, I got the privilege to contest for the local NAT chairman in my circuit, which I won and served as a 2-term local NAT chairman in my circuit. Upon arriving in Aamusted, I've equally served in leadership roles right from my class, where I've been the course rep for my IT level 100, and currently level 200, I'm still the course rep. I am a member of the Infotech, which is the Information Technology Student Society, where I currently serve as the council attorney, the legal advisor to the president and the executive committee. And then also, I serve in the capacity as the majority leader of the 18th Parliament of the Student Parliament of the Argentina Minka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development. With my skill in public speaking and deliberating on national issues, I had the privilege to represent our university, which I think will interest all of us here. I was the second speaker for our university during the 20th parliamentary anniversary celebration of the National Parliament, where myself with some 2 other members of the student parliament represented Aamusted at KNUST. And during that debate, we came second among all the second runners among all the tertiary institutions in the Ashanti region, which we won a trophy for the university that was duly handed over to the province. Currently, I serve as the local assembly rep for Kumasi campus on the unified SRC. I serve as the LA rep, and then also not just a rep, but through the help of the current administration led by His Excellency David Akwete Ochri, I was appointed a member of the Constitutional Review Committee, which is supposed to work on our new SRC constitution, which is yet to be promulgated. And I currently serve on that committee. Thank you very much.
Okay. Our next question will come from your vision statement. But then I would like to read what you have here. And then I'll go to the questions. I'm reading. According to what I have here, your vision is to create a vibrant and inclusive academic community at Aamusted, where every student is empowered to thrive through enhanced support systems, innovative initiatives, and a secure environment that fosters personal and professional growth. Okay, questions from the vision statement. What specific support system would you enhance to support students' personal and professional growth?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. So as I stated earlier, the core mandate of the SRC President is to seek the welfare of the students, and as stated in my vision, to seek the professional and personal growth of the students. We intend to embark on a policy where we have realized that it is actually captured in our student handbook that every student is entitled to an academic counselor, but we have observed that that department is not working, and we intend to revive that department where we can get academic counselors for our students based on departments, where every department will know their academic counselors and approach in times of need. I believe that with this, it will go a long way to impact and improve the students personally And as well as we are growing personally, we are being empowered professionally as well. Thank you.
Okay. As it is, before you'll be able to know either your vision is effective, you have to measure from the students. How are you going to do that? To get feedback for your vision.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So the measure we intend to conduct on our vision, I would say we have equally started a process like that where we begin to ask about some of our policies. A typical example is the academic counseling unit that I mentioned. Not so many of the students are aware of it, and it clearly tells us that our vision, if implemented, will serve the good interest of the students. So we would like to use the consultative approach to measure the visibility of our vision, where we would like to engage the students who are the beneficiaries.
My third question. What role do you think technology could play in enhancing these initiatives, and how would you make use of it?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So, actually, the vision entails a lot, and I believe that as much as we are in a technological world, we try our possible best to incorporate technology in almost everything we do. Reason being that going forward, some of our policies we believe can be implemented smoothly through the technological aspect, where, for example, we intend to even share electronic manuals with students. I believe that if we are able to create that platform where students can be able to access some course materials on the internet, it is a way of incorporating technology towards the achievement of our vision. And then also with issues about security, we also believe that going forward with policies of mounting cameras and other stuffs, it's equally the use of technology in achieving that portion of our vision. And then also with the inclusivity, we also intend to give everybody the opportunity to have access to at least a technological skill or an IT skill. And with that, we believe that despite your course of study over here, with your knowledge in IT, you should be able to at least use the basic technologies. Thank you.
How will you encourage students' participation in your vision?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I believe very well that even the definition of leadership tells us the importance of followers. So when giving the norm, I intend to seek the support and the collective rallying of the student body, of which I intend to get them to understand our various policies, get them to buy into it, and if it is being implemented, we believe that as much as they buy into it, they will rally behind us and help us to achieve those policies. And besides, as I said, it is all for the welfare of the students. And I believe very well that our students, as much as it is for our good and our welfare, we will all rally behind the leadership and achieve this. Thank you.
How would you address incidents of insecurity or harm? And what support system would you put in place for affected students?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So with the issue of security, I observe, or we all can attest to it, it has become a challenge, of which I have a policy to improve upon our security. Getting to know, of course, we have a registered union here, which we call the University Cadets. I believe very well that as much as management might be trying their best to improve upon security, we, the student leaders, should equally seek the security of our members. I do not downplay the statement that says we are our own security, but as much as we have leaders, we should be able to, as leaders, seek the security of our members. I intend to partner with the University Cadets to be able to improve upon our security, where we would like to get them attached or connected to the military barracks for them to be trained time to time by the military personnel to acquire them with the necessary skills. And then also with their body alone, they might not be functional, but if the SRC can be able to procure a few gadgets for them to equip them well to be able to patrol, and in partnership with the commander, they should be able to help us to improve upon our security where they can patrol at all times. I believe that with that, there will be security presence at all the time on campus, and then it makes our colleagues, together with ourselves, very comfortable on campus. And then issues about how those who are affected should be treated. We pray that, we do not pray for evil to befall anybody, but when it happens, I believe that the victims should be attended to appropriately and in a professional manner, depending on the situation on which the individual finds themselves. Thank you.
All right. Kindly hand over the mic to your vice. Throughout your life journey, kindly share with me 3 of your achievements.
Thank you so much, the Chair and the Honourable Member. Please, throughout my life, I've served on several leadership roles. A few to mention, when I was in college, I was the SRC General Secretary. I championed the affairs of students in that sector, and the impartations that I made in school was where we would have to champion the affairs of students in a situation where there were a time where robbers came to attack students. And at the moment I was in my office, so I was the only person that realized that robbers are in the school premises. So the very thing that I did first, I was confused at the moment, but then what I realized doing at that first instance was when I have to rush to the security gate, then shouting for help. At that time too, there was no security at that place. They were roaming on other areas of the school premises. So at that moment, I don't know what actually to do, but then what came in my mind was to just go outside the campus to call local boys to fight for students, that this was actually what happened. At that incident, students' lives were saved. And the second one was, I was able to champion inclusivity in my administration when I was the interim president for NUCHA, that is National Union of Tongue Students and Associates, where we had some physical challenge students among us that could barely afford 3 square meals a day. So what we did was that I was able to solicit for funds from members and philanthropists to assist them whilst in school. And that is also a record that I've made whilst in student activism. And also the third one was the donations that my association, when I was the president for Lighthouse Campus Ministry, where we were able to donate our semi-used clothes and some contributions or financially to support the needy outside school premises. These are a few achievements that I've recorded as a student activist. Thank you.
Thank you too. Please, Mr. President, I want you to discuss with the House your mission. And that's the last engagement.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So my mission as an aspirant for the SRC presidency is that we seek, together with my executive committee, we shall seek to build an AAMUSTED that promotes inclusivity, where we intend to allow every student, no matter your race or gender, equal opportunity, as well as to create an atmosphere for every individual of the community or every student to be able to champion their academic excellence. and then also an environment that will be very safe for every activity of the individuals. And lastly, we would like to create an AAMUSTED that will seek the welfare of every individual. Thank you.
Thank you too. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Madam, for having us.
Joachim and Famous King, you are welcome once again.
Thank you very much, the Chair.
My name is Bright Amponsa Fojo. I'll be taking you through position knowledge. We'll be having a whole lot of conversation with respect to the position. All right. So I will introduce you to this particular vetting. And I think the chairman will carry on from the position of position knowledge. But before then, who is an SRC president? You know, this exercise is going to be very snappy and short. You don't want to be spending much time since this is an introduction. If this is going to be long, it will be based on the responses that you give and the justifications you try to prove. Let's make this very simple and snappy. Simple answers to simple questions. Please. I hope I haven't offended you.
Not at all.
All right, so when you talk about an SRC president, who is an SRC president?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. An SRC president is a student leader whose core mandate is to serve the interest and welfare of the followers who are the students, as well as to be the intermediary or the liaison between the student body and management. And then also one who communicates or speaks on behalf of the student body. And in doing all this, should make reference to the...
So what's the primary goal of the SRC?
To seek the welfare of students.
And the secondary goal?
To be a liaison between management and the student body.
Thank you very much. Can you hide the microphone over to me? Famous King. When you say a vice president, who is an SRC vice president?
Thank you so much, the Chair and the Honorable Member. The SRC vice president is that person that acts on behalf of the president when the president is absent or is not around. And he also coupled as the head of the finance committee. And also he assumes office when he assumes the position of the SRC president when the president resigns or he dies or there is an impeachment. Thank you.
All right, so Famous King, why did you choose to be the running mate of Mr. Joachim?
Thank you so much, the Chair. Please, I chose to be the running mate of Honorable Joachim Jimesa because I realized that he runs the same vision as mine, and he is that person that can champion the student welfare on campus. Thank you.
And to Mr. Joachim, why did you choose Famous King as your running mate?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I chose Famous King as a running mate because I realized we have a shared vision, which is basically to serve the interests of the students of AAMUSTED. Thank you.
I told you this exercise is going to be very simple and snappy, depending on the responses you are going to give me. As Jesus said, it is finished. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too. Thank you very much.
Do you expect any welcome message from me?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, I do.
You don't deserve it. From me, you don't deserve it. Because you sat here and called me an ordinary member. Somebody who was enrolled in this school before you, and in levels, I am ahead of you. I was admitted in Akinten before you. And you felt so proud to call me an ordinary member. Ordinary student. You have touched my nerve. And it has hit me to the core. Why? Why did you do that?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I do not have a reason, but I just want to say I greatly apologize for referring to you as an ordinary member. And kindly permit me.
You apologize?
Yes.
Then we have to buy a lot of printers and A4 sheets at the office of the presidency because we will be writing a lot of apology letters. A president who acts before, then he will come back and apologize. Is that what we should expect from you?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I believe very well that we as humans are expected to learn from our experiences. And as much as I am greatly sorry for my misconduct, I do not believe that I will repeat any of this going forward.
Proof. What is the proof?
I didn't get that, please.
What is the proof?
Well, the proof is the fact that I have come to apologize, which means I have learned my lessons.
Apologizing doesn't mean that you've learned a lesson. Sometimes you can just apologize for apologizing's sake so that peace will prevail or your favor will be granted.
I'm greatly sorry, not just by words, but within me I am.
Regardless, Aleke, me phone number. Don't go further. That is how far I can go. I am Kinney Richard, and I am to vet you on critical thinking, and I will be scoring both of you 15 marks. You can get the 15 and you can lose everything, depending on how you can interact, how you will interact with me. It can be a very short period, and it can also be a prolonged one. Thank you. Are you people ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay. My first question for you, Mr. Jimisa, what is your strength as a leader?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. My strength as a leader is my ability to be able to communicate, and most importantly, the character to be able to tolerate human reactions.
What is your strength? Because what you are telling me, what are your strengths?
Tolerance.
Tolerance. Okay. What is your weakness?
Procrastination.
Procrastination. Give the mic to your vice. You're running me, sorry. Mr. Famous, what is your strength?
Proactiveness.
Proactiveness. Your weakness?
Multitasking.
Multitasking. Now, give it to your running mate is a proactive, and he's a proactive person, and your leadership style is tolerant. You have a weakness of procrastination, and your running mate also have a weakness of multitasking. Somebody with a weakness of procrastination, right? And one with a weakness of multitasking. How does these two characters combine? I'm listening.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. I believe very well that as an individual, one thing that is very important is self-detection. And as much as I know my weakness is procrastination, I believe very well that with the strength of my running mate, who is a proactive person, it complements my my weakness.
Your running mate is a proactive person,
yes,
but he lacks the ability of multitasking.
Yeah. So I equally believe that as much as my strength is tolerance, I believe very well that I equally have the spirit of multitasking, which I intend to support him with.
So who covers your weakness?
He does.
How?
With his proactiveness.
How can somebody who is proactive, same person, can be somebody whose strength is proactiveness? How can that person's weakness be multitasking?
Thank you very much.
How is that possible?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. So as much as he's a proactive person, his weakness being the fact that he is not very good at multitasking.
I believe he's not good.
His weakness is multitasking.
Very good.
Which means that he's able to multitask, like beyond imagination. I want to believe that is what it means. And someone who is proactive could equally be an individual who can multitask.
That is what I can't get it. Because when you say somebody is a proactive person, that person is current to issues, right? He reacts quickly to issues. That is a strength. And your weakness is that you procrastinate. So when you leave your work, he is the one to cover you, in addition to his work. True or false?
True.
And here the case, he is telling me that he cannot add your work to his.
Thank you very much.
Yes, compliment. Chair. I like that word.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for your question. I was actually driving at a point where I believe that the angle he is coming from as his weakness being multitasking is for the fact that he is not able to do a lot of things together. And with that, he had acquired a strength of proactiveness, which means that if he begins early, the workload will reduce and he will take it bit by bit. But, yeah.
Assuming he's at the office, working on budget, and you have to also work on a document which he can equally do that. And now you didn't do it, and there is time for you to send the document to the dean to append his signature. And here the case, he is also working on the budget. How is he going to do that since his weakness is multitasking? Let him answer.
Thank you so much, the chair and the honorable member. So, before I answer your question, I would like to explain my weakness about the multitasking. With that, you would be able to get the angle that I come from. For the fact that I don't do multitasking, it means that I am able to do things from the start at the goal, so that I will not be overburdened with issues. And with my strength, with proactiveness, that covers my weakness, that I do things at the goal, quickly, immediately. That is exactly what I stand for. So should I be preparing budget whilst he has to also prepare a document of which he has forgotten? I have started on the go, and we call something called situational leadership, where because it has come at the goal, or it has come at a point where things must be done quickly, that should be done immediately. Thank you.
Let's move forward. I hope you brought policies right.
Yes, please.
How many are they?
17.
17. Wow. Good. Give me one.
The establishment of a water processing factory.
Okay. Have you conducted any risk assessment on that?
Yes.
Where is the data? What does the data say?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. So, conducting our assessment, the data indicates that Aamusted, based on our location, we have a good number of water underground, and it is giving us a clear indication that our policy is a visible one and is achievable.
Can you table that data to me? I want to read.
Thank you, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Unfortunately, we do not have the data here.
Do you know that you are deceiving the chair?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member.
Do you know that you are deceiving the chair?
No, I am not.
Which company carried on your feasibility study, and when?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Actually, we did not contact any registered company.
Then you are lying to the chair.
No, we are not.
Where is the data?
Unfortunately, it's not here.
Then you are lying to the chair. Accept it. You are lying to the chair.
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Of course, it is rather unfortunate we do not have that document here, but I would respectfully state that that does not mean we are lying.
Do you know that it's good that you are a student of parliament and you know law? In the court of law, we use data and fact. In the absence of data and fact, every assumption is false. Do you know that?
Yes, I do.
So when you lie in the court, what have you done?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. It is considered as an act of falsehood.
So if I say you have lied, am I wrong?
Thank you, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Honorable member, I do not side when you say I am lying for the fact that I believe very well that even in the law court, you equally have chances to table your facts. If it is not readily available, you can plead with the justice for an extension where they will give you a comfortable time to table your data. And as much as you are trying to take that tangent,
so do you mean I should suspend your mark until you table that data?
No, please.
Then answer me. Are you a liar?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. If for the fact that my data is not available, I am a liar, I accept it.
I need honest people. Just be honest and let's move on. You can prolong this. I won't ask you. I won't say that you don't fit for that position, okay? We all do make mistakes. Accepting the fact does not make you a liar. As you earlier said, you never thought of me asking you that. So maybe you were not prepared. Simple. Then you have lied. Maybe you didn't even do it. Accepting the fact that you have done a risk assessment and you have identified the risk involved in the risk which may prevent that project from happening. What are the mitigating measures that you have put in place?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. The major challenge we had with that particular policy was the location of the structure, of which, as much as we would like to have consistent flow of water, it has to be located in an area that, if care is not taken, the structure could be affected. But the measures, the mitigation measures put in place are considerations for a possible relocation of the structure to a more feasible location on campus.
Where have you thought?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. We were considering the location around the autonomy hall, behind the autonomy.
Good, good. Give it to your running mate. We have 3 halls. 3 halls. Opokuwari Hall, the second hall. Atrema Hall, and then Autonomy Hall. We want to place a water tank at where it will serve these 3 halls. And your boss is saying that the location is now autonomy. What constructional advice did you give to him before making that conclusion that you should send the project to autonomy?
Thank you so much. The original location was at autonomy, but because we realized that the location might be of a worry, we decided to move it to a different place.
So where?
Place is going to be the same autonomy, but not as the original place.
So who are they going to serve? Is it going to serve autonomy hallers or AAMUSTED students? General AAMUSTED students?
It's going to serve the whole of AAMUSTED students.
How are you going to do that?
Okay, say, I think the project is actually for producing sachet water. That is the project, the policy. Not a poly tank where to serve the 3 homes.
Your boss didn't mention of sachet water. He said he has a water policy. And he has made feasibility studies which says that we have enough water underground. I hope you know that I have done water system.
Yes,
and I'm
please,
familiar with whatever that I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Now, So we are dealing with water system, not the end product of the water.
Okay. Honorable member, please. I think from the beginning he was not able to go straight to the policy.
So you mean that your boss is a confused person?
He is not a confused person. But
you just said from the beginning he didn't go straight to the point.
A water policy. He talked about water policy.
Let's finish with the question. So you mean you just said your boss didn't go straight to the point? Did you say that?
Yes, please. I said that.
Do you know that a person who does not do things straight is a confused person?
Please, no.
Why?
In this context, he is not a confused person. He was actually giving you the general overview of what the project is. But specifically, we are referring to water producing company where we produce water sachet. Thank you.
But what you are telling me is different from what your boss is telling, because I had a different idea to what your boss said and then a different idea to what you are saying. At first, I understood what your boss just said, that we have a water problem which we are all aware. And I was very happy with it, that, at least there will be a complementary water source to serve the 3 horse or in general Aamusted student. But now you are saying different thing, which is sachet water, which cannot be used for the normal water that we are thought of.
Thank you so much, the chair.
These are 2 different policies. So which one should I go by? Give it to your boss first.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was about to suggest that to you, that he comes back to what he said earlier.
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Actually, the policy is to produce sachet water and not a water storage system that supplies water to the residents, but produce a sachet water.
So do you know that you've lied to the chair again?
Thank you, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Honorable member, I earlier mentioned water processing.
Water processing factory. You didn't say water processing factory. We are live, honorable member.
Yes.
We are live. Did you mean you said water processing factory?
Yes, I did.
So we should go back and play.
As much as I would not like us to go back, I would humbly refer you to my policy document. It is clearly stated there, and not as though we are trying to.
Now, I don't like the location. What construction instrument? Let's go this way. I don't like the location. I want you, the running mate, to use your constructional knowledge to place the system at where it will serve the 3 horse.
Thank you so much, the chair and the honorable member. Please, it's like you are still not getting our policy. The policy,
I mean, assuming it's a factory, and I don't like the factory to be at autonomy, but I want it in between autonomy, Achima, and Opokuwari.
Okay. Thank you so much. When we are considering in between Achima, autonomy, and Opokuwari, we are now targeting where the new auditorium is, or the technical faculty, of which projects have already been taken there.
Wait. I said where?
So, in this...
I said where?
Where?
Yes.
So... Okay, So behind the Vice Chancellor's bungalow.
At where?
A cooperative credit union. Yes, please.
Very good. How did you locate that place?
That place is a higher land.
No. How did you locate that place?
Through our.
I said use your constructional knowledge.
I will be able to locate that place through feasibility test.
Now let me help you. Have you done triangle?
Triangle?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Opokuwari to Atrima to autonomy. What shape will you get? What shape will you get?
Triangle.
How do you bisect a triangle?
By setting a triangle, for instance, if
to get the center.
For instance, if the bases are AB, by the help of a compass, you at point A, you yes. So at A, you open more than half of the length of AB. Then you cut an arc at AC. So you are going to bisect all the sides of.
Do you draw or you cut? Do you draw or you cut? Do you draw? Very good.
So you are going to bisect all the sides of the triangle to ascertain the middle. Thank you.
Do you know I asked you this question?
No, please.
In as much as wherever you are, the course that you are doing, you have to apply that course at your office. It's not only at the workplace. If your boss is going to do something, this can be a constructional work, and he may need your advice. So these are some of the things that you should be using. It's not all about leadership. Sometimes you apply our course area. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you, the Chair. Good evening, Honorable Member.
You are highly welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Joachim. And Mr. Famous. I heard you are the Blue Force. Is that true?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. No, we do not respond to that name.
But it's trending all over campus. Blue Force. And what is the other color? Maseto. Go brown, exactly.
Well, thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. As much as we're in the digital world, I believe some of these things go a long way to even improve our publicity as a university. So if our students can think out of their creativity to come with a mantra, the Blue Force, just for the mere fact that we are putting on blue suits, I believe it's something that is good.
I thought you said you aren't responding to that.
We don't.
But you just accepted it now.
I did not.
Which should I take?
I'm only trying to rise on the fact that our students, out of creativity, coming up with some of these things. If it should even trend beyond the Aamusted walls, it sells our university out there. And it will also interest you to know that some are calling us the Blues, if you care to know.
So if you know very well that this name, accepting it, going viral could even promote the school name,
Are you in any way against the promotion of the school name by rejecting the name?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. As much as I'm always proud to be a product of this university, I'm very happy that my choice of color of suit will sell the university out.
Hand the microphone over to him. Mr. Famous, which team do you support? Which football club do you support? Do you want to pick the same club? You are consulting it.
Okay. FC Barcelona.
FC Barcelona.
Yes, sir.
Hand the microphone over to him. Mr. Joachim, do you know Madrid and Barca fans are rivals?
I'm very much aware.
What then happens to your...
And I believe that if these two clubs can stay in the same country where there are no wars, my running mate and myself can equally handle the SRC secretariat.
No wonder the students' parliament, not just... And I will be taking you through the policy document you submitted to us here. Feel at home. That was just an icebreaker. I hope you aren't feeling tense. Oh, Mr. Joachim, you can take a sip of the water. It's yours. It's yours. Just cool yourself down. The policy document in front of me here. Please, Vice President, confirm. Running mate, right? I've just called you Vice President. Don't open. Just confirm. Don't open it. Just confirm and give it back to me. Is that document from you?
Thank you, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes.
Who prepared this document?
We did.
So the policies are from the both of you?
Thank you, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes.
Hand over the microphone to the Vice President, to your running mate. tell me the policies you are bringing to the students' populace as SRC presidential candidates or aspirants. Are you writing for me? Or you are writing the question?
Thank you, the Chair. Please, we would like to write the policies and mention them to you.
Okay.
Of them. Revive the academic counseling unit. Establishment of sachet water factory. Establishment of taxi station. Data package for students. Extension of Wi-Fi network. Procurement of chairs.
You prepared the policies together.
Thank you, the Chair and the Honorable Member. Please, yes.
You are in the field of construction.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, the Chair and the Honorable Member. Please, yes.
You are in the field of construction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right.
Yes, please.
Establishment of sachet water factory.
Yes, sir.
I want you to throw more light on it before I come with the follow-up questions. It is a very brilliant policy. I don't know how you did it, so throw more light for us to see how best it will help the students' populace.
Thank you so much, the Chair and the Honorable Member. So we come by this policy because we realize that Aamusted is located in a very nice location in the Ashanti region, where both students, the society, the community access this university. So as part of actually getting more funds or revenue, establishment of water sachet company would be able to fetch a lot of money for the SRC. That is why we come by this policy. Thank you.
No. How would you fund it?
All right, thank you so much, the Chair and the Honorable Member. Yes, we know that this is capital intent. The way we intend to finance this project is through sponsorship. And a part of, since it will be used by the SRC, a part of the funds will also come from the students' coffers. Thank you.
You are talking about partnership.
Yes, sir.
Partnership in which way? There are so many forms of partnership. What kind of partnership are you going in for?
Okay, thank you, the Chair and the Honorable Member. One of the partnership negotiations that we could also consider is BUR. That is.
Continue.
So consulting philanthropist or somebody who undergo where the person will build a factory, operate it, and then after he has realized all his expenditure, he releases it to the SRC. That is one way of partnership. Thank you.
Please hand over the microphone to the presidential aspirant. Mr. Joachim, having gotten a mechanism to fund the project, you still have a bigger task to achieve before this policy could be realized. That is acquisition of land. The former president, His Excellency Prince Malbayao administration proposed an SRC hostel in an SRC salon. Do you know of that?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, I am aware.
He couldn't achieve it before he left office, though he was able to get drawings for it. That's the architectural designs for the SRC hostel and salon. What hindered the processes that he was trying to follow to implement it?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. As much as I was not an executive in the Prince Malbayao-led administration, I cannot say on authority the hindrances they had, which had made their dream not to be realized. But I am of the conviction that with my intention for this particular project, which I see to be a project that looks into the future more than our immediate benefit, I believe very well that with my resources or my communication skill as well as my reasons for this project, I should be able to dialogue with management to buy into the idea. As much as yourself you have accepted that it is a good policy, I believe very well that it is just a matter of getting management to buy into the idea.
Since it is a good policy that myself and you have assented to, was the SRC hostel a bad policy? Yes or no?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Of course, it was not a bad idea.
That's very good. What is the motive behind your policy? Establishment of the Src water factory.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So the basic knowledge behind this project is the fact that with my few semesters or academic year and experience over here, I have observed...
Listen to the question. What is the aim behind it?
To serve as an extra source of revenue to the SRC.
Thank you so much. The Src water factory, the SRC hostel, which one do you think will generate more revenue to SRC?
The Src water processing factory.
Would generate more money,
yes,
to the SRC,
yes,
than
the SRC hostel.
How?
Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So this particular project, I, together with my running mate, we believe that it will fetch the university or the SRC more money than the hostel, with the sense that as humans, the primary consumable we need is water. And we all can attest to the fact that water is life. And we believe very well that it's an expensive commodity. The project is supposed to not only cater for the Aamusted community, but if we are able to produce Src water, as much as we have other branded water coming back to campus, we intend to equally extend our production or supply outside campus. Now, the intention of the project is that immediately SRC is able to get the factory running, we cease the other companies from coming to campus. So if you are buying from the Opokwari market, autonomy, it should be Aamusted branded water. And it will
Continue.
And it will interest you to know the number of students that consume water in a day. I believe very well that on a daily basis, the interest that we make from sales of water on this campus cannot be compared to what an SRC hostel will achieve.
Thank you. Let me ask you. On your policy document, you have a policy which states partnership with University Army Cadets for security improvement. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
In providing security to students on campus, those on campus and those off campus, when you are going to partner with the cadet, you might be providing maybe escort to people going home maybe during late hours. Those policies you all are bringing, you all are trying to realize, quite from it generating funds to us. Remember, people would love to stay on campus, to have easy access to lecture rooms, to study both afternoon and during the evening. The brain behind the SRC hostel wasn't just for money. Money was part. Remember, the core mandate of the SRC is our welfare, not to generate money. And our welfare, as you are bringing a policy of security, which is very important, don't you think when we are on campus here, in the presence of the cadet, in the presence of the SRC, the school management security, the school security, won't it be easier for them to cater for our security needs than when we are outside?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for your question. I believe very well that as much as the SRC hostel policy or project was for the safety and security of the students, where students are expected to stay on campus, I equally believe that even if the hostels or the hall is built on campus and there are still not good security measures in place, our safety is not guaranteed. As we speak now, the residents, the 3 halls on campus, some way, somehow, we face security threats. So the fact that the hall is located on campus does not guarantee security. But I believe very well that if we have stringent measures in place to improve upon our security, even those who stay on campus and outside should be assured of their security. And so if we are only looking at the security aspect of the hostel policy, and we would like to rather say that since the water project will not be of much grade to the students, we should go for the SRC hostel, I beg to differ. And then also, going forward, there is a policy I believe that would equally take care of the security of those of our colleagues that stay outside. I'm sure maybe we might get there, so I would not like to talk about it now.
Okay. Acquisition of land was the main issue. Do you know the current president, His Excellency David Ochir Akwete, is still holding on to the policy of the former president, Malbayao Prince?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, I do.
Shall I tell you what is still keeping it from commencing?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I'll be glad.
Acquisition of land. When you go to the SRC Secretariat, just the Secretariat we are having, just by it, we are having a building which was demolished. It was demolished, not now. It was an SRC saloon project. A president of your caliber, a visionary leader of your caliber, brought it in mind. They started it, but it was being demolished by the estate department. which is management. Our land is very small. If, for instance, you don't get the chance to convince management to allocate land for you to do it, what alternative solution would you pick or consider? It's a brilliant policy. We need to do all we can to achieve that. What other measure would you take? Management shouldn't be a barrier for us not to accomplish this. Like you rightly said, it will generate a lot of income for the SRC. We should be able to realize it. Let's find solutions. If management aren't able to allocate a land for you, what will you do?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for your question. As much as I am of the conviction that when given the norm, I should be able to give management reasons enough for them to buy into the idea. We are humans. And I believe that even if management delays in showing us a plot of land for our project, I believe very well that as much as we as SRC believe that this policy or project will serve us more than what it will serve management, I think together with the leadership, we should consider getting an already existing structure which we can use for that project. Probably there could be a structure somewhere that management is not using. And if that structure can be reconnected or renovated to be used for the project. Because if management is finding it difficult to allocate the land, there is an already existing structure. We are just seeking to renovate it and use it for the policy.
Thank you so much. Let's proceed. Establishment of an SRC laundry service. I want to read the explanation attached to this policy. Then we delve much into it. An SRC laundry service will be established on campus to provide affordable laundry service to the student community and free services for students with disability. This is where my focus is. I don't know what words to use to qualify the two of you for thinking of the disabled ones among us. In fact, this is not a policy. To me, this is a source of encouragement. This is a source of motivation. Motivation for them to hold on firm, to feel at home, to feel part of us, to feel equal. In fact, I am so much impressed with the explanation in there. Let me say this. I am a president of my department. In fact, within my own jurisdiction, I was able to make room in the budget to cater for the disabled ones among us. We are offering construction, a place where strength and physique is needed. Yet, it will amaze you to know that we are having disabled ones among us. In fact, I might even say we are having the numbers when it comes to disabled persons on campus here. This policy would really go a long way to motivate them. Tell me how you would achieve that. Tell me, how would you achieve this policy?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. And first of all, thank you very much for acknowledging the fact that this particular policy is not just an ordinary policy, but an encouragement to the less privileged or the disabled. As much as our vision is to create an all-inclusive Amstead community, we believe very well that it is no mistake of our colleague disabled students that they find themselves in that situation. Now, going forward, the SRC laundry is to take care of the laundry services of our students on campus. It is to be situated in one of the shops around the Frankie J, which the SRC intends to acquire for that service. And going forward, we believe very well that as much as we are trying to create an all-inclusive community, the disabled, our colleagues with disability should be given the reverence to access that service free. Now, issues about who is now identified as a disabled, we believe very well that we have our Association for Disabled Students or Association of People with Disability. We would work with their head. I know they, year in, year out, they have leadership. So with the help of their leadership, we should be able to get all our disabled colleagues who should access that service free of charge.
Is this policy having any challenge it might face? Is there any challenge associated with this policy?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. As usual, the basic challenge of every project is funding, but there is always a way out.
Right from funding, is there any challenge again?
No.
You have already mentioned your funding mechanisms to me. I don't want to go there again. Monthly entertainment show. Can you explain that to me?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. There is this saying that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I believe very well that as well as we are here for academic excellence, entertainment is equally important. And going for lectures from the beginning of the month till the end, there should be time for us to unwind and release ourselves from the stress acquired throughout the month. When given the mandate as the SRC president, we intend to implement a show called the Last Friday Hangout. Now, a lot of people may have issues with cost of like entertainment. We do not intend to probably be bringing the larger artists, but we believe very well that it's just to create an atmosphere of entertainment where students at the end of the last Friday of every month, we hang out, have indoor games, activities with some music at the background, if possible, with some snack and some food items around.
This is where I come in. You said monthly, last Friday of every month. In a semester, we spend 4 months on campus. 8 months. SRC week celebration. We have artist night. A deba, a night where you bring a bigger artist. On these Fridays, you intend to bring smaller artists, not just smaller artists, you provide snacks. You provide snacks. You provide snacks and other stuffs. You haven't occupied the office yet, but approximation. How much do you think it costs to celebrate a night like the SRC night? Approximately, just approximate for me.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I would say that for an artist night, as much as I have never served in any committee with relations to entertainment, I can't give an exact figure.
Last year, you were on campus here as a level 100 student. You didn't get the privilege to celebrate an artist night, did you? During the SRC week?
No.
Why?
Unfortunately, I was on campus that day, but due to the location of my hostel, I needed to leave early. The artist was delaying on coming on stage, so I didn't benefit. I was around anyway, but I couldn't benefit.
We didn't celebrate artist night last year. I'm not talking about Freshers Week.
Okay. Okay. I would have wished you mentioned SRC Artist Night.
SRC.
Because it was equally an artist night for we the first years. So
I even forgot of that. It's also part. You have just reminded me. Thank you. The reason was the budget allocated to it was cut down to 8,000. And this 8,000 wasn't enough for the intercom per their analysis for them to have an artist on campus. 8,000. Looking at this, 8,000 wasn't enough to even pay an artist to come. Approximation, how much would you be thinking at? Would you be looking at?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. If 8,000 was not enough for an artist night, I would say maybe the committee needed a 15,000.
A 15,000 approximation. You are spending 15,000 first semester, 15,000 second semester, then probably 8,000 or 5,000 or probably 4,000 every month last Friday. You are having these brilliant visions you are bringing, these brilliant policies you are bringing on board, establishment of this, establishment of that. Almost all your policies need funding. The policies are about 17 or 16. All of them need funding. And you are going to use almost more than half of your funds on entertainment. Are you really there for our welfare, or you are there to entertain us? I know entertainment is part of our welfare, but is that the only welfare we need as students?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I appreciate the fact that you stated clearly entertainment is equally towards the welfare of our students. This policy of last Friday hangout, I can tell you that does not require much money based on your calculation. Looking at how we intend to implement this policy, I believe very well that if for the first time we are able to get some of the games and activities, the items for the activities that we'll be doing during the last Friday hangout, those same items can be used in subsequent times throughout the whole semester. We do not intend to be buying cards or drafts every month, but those are items that at the end of every month's activity, we pack them back into the secretariat. And when the following month is almost ending, we bring those same items out and we use them. So it's not going to be a burden on the SRC coffers.
That is your own view of it. I keep to my views as you keep to your views. But your policies are about 17. You have only 1 year in office. Would you be able to achieve them?
Thank you very much. As much as I am an individual who believes in making impact, I am very determined to be able to achieve, if not at least maximum of the policies, which I believe that should be for the betterment of the students of Amstead. And then also, as well as there is provision for continuity in administration, I believe that if I'm not able to achieve some, or there are some I have started before my time to exit, it's just a matter of getting the subsequent, my predecessor, to buy into it. And with the issue of continuity, we should see some of those policies manifesting.
Would you step down to be a running mate to Famous King?
Step down, as in?
To be a running mate to him, instead of you being the main president, for him to be the main president and you be the running mate?
No, please.
Why?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for this question. As much as I believe very well that Famous King and I share the same vision or equal vision, and he's all for the betterment of the student of Amstead as well as myself, I equally believe very well that sometimes it is said that when it is best when you are in lead, and it is best when you are in charge. As much as I am interested in making impacts, I believe that the best way to make the impacts I desire is to lead from the front and not from behind.
Does your statement implies that you don't trust Famous King and he can't make impact on his own?
Thank you very much.
Yes or no?
I trust him.
You trust him?
Yes.
And you can't vice him? You can't be a running mate to him?
As I said,
he isn't competent enough.
He's very competent. And it will interest you to know he was selected based on competency to be my running mate.
He was selected
based on competency.
And you couldn't dwell on that competency to be a running mate to him?
As much as we have shared vision, I believe and still stand by the statement that it is best when you lead from the front.
Hand over the microphone to him, and I end with him. Famous King.
Yes, sir.
Do you know you are not trusted? Do you know you are not trusted?
Please, I don't know.
You don't know. I am telling you now that Joachim doesn't trust you. He doesn't trust in your capabilities. He doesn't trust in your leadership. And he would never be a running mate to you. Do you know that? Take this scenario and end.
I'm adding up. Do you know, in the absence of Joachim, he takes over?
Yes, please.
And now he's not ready to step down for you to become the main, for him also to become the vice. So let's take it today. Joachim is not around. School have sent him to go to America for 1 or 2 stops. It means that you can't implement the policies that both of you are bringing. Nevertheless, I have some documents here which I will talk about it a little. Is this yours?
Yes, please.
You were the General Secretary for Akasi, which is 2017-2018.
Yes, please.
And you became the SRC Electoral Commissioner, 2018-2019. Is it that you helped that president to win the election for him to give you that position?
No.
Because you were a leader, General Secretary then, meaning executive. And the following year, you were appointed to be the SRC president. SRCEC, rather, sorry. You were General Secretary 2017-2018.
Yes, please.
And you became SRCEC 2018-2019.
Thank you so much, the Chair. Please, what that document means is that when I handed over as the SRC General Secretary, I was privileged to serve pertaining to our SRC Constitution, Akati College of Education, SRC Constitution. The immediate executive, the SRC co-executives that comprises of the president, the vice president, the women's commissioner, the general secretary, and then the financial secretary forms part of the electoral commission. So it was on
The
that,
past executive.
the immediate past executives.
The immediate past executive.
Executives. So we are the people that are going to
If that is so, thank you. And the mic to your main. Joachim,
The chair.
I have gone through your policies and I didn't see health in it. Does it mean that Aamusted students don't fall sick?
Thank you very much, the chair, and thank you for the question. I believe very well that health is equally important, and I don't know if I can share this here, but it will interest you to know that my passion for the water project is out of a scenario I witnessed when we came here first year, first semester. A colleague lady in my class fell sick, seriously ill, and after being admitted at the university clinic and having done laboratory tests on her, the medical practitioner gave her medicine and also indicated that she should avoid a particular brand of sachet water and take some. So getting to hear that story.
Good. So let's take it. A student is suffering from kidney problem. Is it the water?
Until we do a lab, we can't tell. And it's also avoidance to take enough water can lead to kidney problem.
Have you been to the university clinic before?
Yes.
And do you know out of your fees, you pay 200 cedis to the university clinic?
Yes, please.
And as a student, that when you were enrolled to become a student here, all your information were being enrolled on this electronic records on the school. There have been some instances where a student will go there and they'll be asking of NHIS. If it's not with you, they are not going to be taking care of you. And now all these things are not in your policies. Are you helping the student?
Thank you very much.
Do you think you think about the student?
I do very well. With the sense that, Mr. Chairman, as much as these policies were drafted by myself and my running mates.
No, it's not in, but
yes.
I'm asking you, how are you going to solve this problem? Because if I'm being admitted and all my records are there, if I'm sick and I go to clinic and I'm not having NHIS and they are taking 200 cedis from me, it means that when they enter my index number on whatever records they're having to show that I'm a student, yeah. You understand? So here in case that if you are not having 50 cedis to pay for their whatever over there, you'll be there and you die. How are you going to help us solve this problem?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you for the question. We can say that I have even raised this concern as a local assembly member, as a cost rep, where I believe that HIS, at least one headache, you visit the university clinic and you are required to submit a health insurance. I believe very well that as much as in a situation where the service rendered to you exceeds that amount, you are now required to probably make payments. But it shouldn't be a requirement that even with a minor headache, you have to provide an NHIS. I think with that, the university clinic is not helping us. And when given the norm, we should be able to channel our energy towards solving some of these issues through a dialogue with the management as well as the leadership of the health services.
I could see you having plenty policies. How will you patronize multiple student needs with limited resources?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you for the question. So, well, as much as the policies are many, my little background in economics tells me something about scale of preference. I believe very well that I, as a leader, would wish to achieve all these policies, but I should give reference to the most important ones. And that is exactly what we will use to order our policies and achieve them, and we'll fight to and work towards them using the principle of scale of preference. Thank you.
So with this, are you saying that you are not going to implement all these policies?
I intend to implement all and even more.
And I'm asking you, how are you going to prioritize multiple student needs with limited resources? So let's take it, you have a limited resources. You are saying you're going to draw a scale of preference.
Yes. So after exhausting the
so
scale
it means that these policies you can't implement all, but you brought it. So should it be, say, what the other students in the say with these sweet policies, and you come and you be like?
Not at all. As much as I believe that even with scale of preference, we might have limited resources. As stated earlier by my running mate, we intend to solicit for extra sources of funds with some individuals, especially some of our old students who, by the grace of God, have found themselves in some reputable positions. They should be able to come back and support us.
The last unity service we did, you attended, right?
Yes, please.
And Pro VC was there. He said something about the current SRC president. What did he say?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you for the question. As much as I cannot quote verbatim, I believe he stated the kind of quality His Excellency David Akwete Ochri.
About, less specifically about his project, the shuttle.
Yes. I remember he stated plans are in place for the shuttle system to be piloted.
Since he said that hasn't been implemented?
No.
So should I say these policies are not going to be implemented?
I believe very well that with determination and focus.
So does it mean the current SRC president is not determined?
He is very determined. But
when you were doing this policy, did you consult the student handbook?
Some I did.
And is here that you're going to procure furniture, lecture room furniture? Are you sure you read it, the student handbook?
I did, the chair.
Let's go to the student handbook. Transfer of Aamusted properties, which is 18.0. Do you know that it's prohibited to transfer chairs from one lecture room to other?
Thank you very much, the chair. Yes, I do.
Very good. So here, in case we do take chairs from one lecture hall to other, to the extent that some of the students don't get chairs to sit on, how are you going to help to prevent this?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you for the question. I believe very well that in drafting the student handbook, the university intends to have enough chairs. But I can say that as much as it is stated in the handbook that students are not allowed, or the transfer of university property is an offense, the students, we are left with no other alternative than to move chairs. Imagine me arriving for a lecture of maybe 2 classes and the number of chairs in the room are only 70. Obviously, I can't stand throughout a 3-hour lecture, and I'll be forced to go and pick a chair. So I believe that with that, the students are found doing that.
Do you know when you enrolling to become a student from of Amstead for a chair? Did you know that?
Thank you very much, the chair. I do not know for a fact that I paid for a chair.
Hand over to your vice. Please, if it in case you become the next SRC president, solve this problem. If we anymore as social media. And we don't deserve that. Have you ever seen a UPSA dragging chairs? Have you ever seen Legon dragging chairs? Have you ever seen UCC dragging chairs? This thing must be stopped once and for all. Boss.
The chair.
You are the chairman of the finance committee.
Yes, please.
And this is entrepreneurial school, right? This is entrepreneurial school.
Yes, please.
I'm a student. And I'm catering for myself. I pay my fees, everything. It's a skills as well. And I am at the HOSAC department, hospitality, and I'll be able to do some pies and sobolo and other stuff, and I'm selling it on campus. Walking by, I saw a security personnel taking all my belongings that you don't want me to sell here. And I've come to you to help me. How are you going to help me? Because that is my source of income here. Just tell me, I'll allow him to go.
Thank you very much, the chair. The chair, respectfully, I would like to seek your permission to visit the washroom. Thank you very much.
Permission granted. So you continue with the vice. The vice aspirant.
Thank you so much, the chair. And thank you so much for the question. I believe all students on this campus has equal rights, and they are privileged to enjoy certain kind of right on campus. So should this colleague of mine that takes care of herself through selling this petty goods on campus, and the security man seized his or her products, and she comes to me for an advice, the only thing that I would have to do is to check whether there is a provision in the SRC Constitution or the student handbook on how these problems are being solved. After doing that, when I realized that the security man is right, I would have to educate my colleague why the security man is right. And also, after doing that, I would have to hold a negotiation discussions between the security personnel and then the victim, pleading on behalf of my colleague, since he or she depends on the selling or the sales of those goods and services. Thank you.
What initiative will you propose to improve lectures attendance? What initiatives will you propose to improve lecture attendance?
Thank you so much, the chair. And thank you so much for the question. Yes, I believe so much that we are here in this institution to learn. So, Yet there are a lot of students that do not go for lectures due to certain reasons. Some of them do go out to do many jobs to pay their fees and all that. So the very thing that I would do to encourage students to go for lectures is by talking to the lecturers. You know, some of the lecturers, when they come for lectures, they actually do not go straight to the point by teaching. So some of the students do not see the interest of coming for those lectures. So looking at this, we would have to liaise with management.
So are you saying some of the lecturers lack teaching skills?
I would not say that emphatically, but then...
But you said that they won't go straight to the point. You know, you're a teacher.
Yes.
And sometimes when students come, there might be a fight or the student might encounter something else out there. So you need to create some rapport with the student for the mind to relax before you can teach. So if you are saying that they won't go straight to the what do you mean?
Thank you so much, the Chair. By the grace of God, I am a trained teacher by profession. So when we go for lectures and some of these things happen, sometimes it is an eyesore. So I would want to solve this problem this way, where we'll liaise with the school management, where leadership skills will be conducted for.
Thank you for the school management in it. What role? They are pleading on your behalf. So, Abutre, Mate, I'll pass it on. But I'll still come back to you.
Thank you.
When the main president aspirants come.
Good evening, boss.
Good evening, Honorable.
Yeah, how are you doing?
By His grace, I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm fine.
Thank you.
Honorable, famous king or King Famous. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I try to speak a word small. Today I try, I fail. If what?
Before.
Boss, my name is Meshaka Preku, and my own is subject area. As the president is not in, I want to deal with you, your side, construction student.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Honorable, why construction?
Yes, thank you so much, Honorable Member, for your question. Construction, because I have developed the interest and the passion to actually solve problems in my society by building bridges, by actually building conducive and affordable houses for the society.
Please allow.
Because I have realized that most of these buildings that are being built in our society are full of defects. So I've developed interest to know why these buildings develop defects. That is why construction. Thank you.
Okay. So as a construction student, how would you apply the principle of project management and structural planning to improve SRC projects?
Please come again.
Me, I don't like come again, come again. As a construction student, how would you apply the principles of project management and structural planning to improve SRC projects execution and student lead initiatives?
Thank you so much. Now, project management and structural planning are key tools that we, the construction students, we consider.
Go.
So upon being trained in this aspect, this project management.
Senior, go on.
So this project management and then the structural planning, the project management gives me the skills to be able to ascertain the various managerial skills to be able to manage the SRC projects that are being coming because I was being taken through in my subject area.
You see, your bosses are here.
Yes,
they will
please.
help me with your side. So follow up.
Thank you very much, the chair. I think this question is a management course, and they are yet to specialize on that. In our department, when you are in level 100 and 200, you do the general. But when you get to 300, then you separate. Either you do management or what do you call technology. So I think this one, we need to reframe the question for him. So I would like to give him one question under the subject area. I hope you've done strength of material.
Yes, please.
Do you remember factor of safety?
Factor of safety.
Yeah, factor of safety.
Yes, please.
How will you apply factor of safety in your policies?
Okay.
How will you apply factor of safety in your policies?
Thank you so much. The factor of safety has to do with the factors employed so that, for instance, when you are building a structure, the factors of safety are the factors that you employ so that the building does not fail. So, and these strategies or these tools have to do with risk management and how to use a sustainable material. So upon knowing all this, I would be able to know that the project that the SRC is embarking, what are the risk management or what are the risk assessment that I have to conduct so that I'll be the best person to advise the SRC on the project that they are coming to do.
Let me help you. Let me help you a little. You've done well, but not absolute. When we say factor of safety, we use it in strength of material by calculating. In strength of material, you calculate the strength of the building, the quantity of material that you want to you will be using. Then you add a risk factor to it, an amount of strength which will sustain the project if there is a shock. Okay? If there is a shock. So it's an additional strength which is added to what? The materials or added to the project. So in application of this, you have your policies, you have assessed this. What are the weaknesses? So you have to find out what are the measures that will what you do in case your policy hits a shock. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Follow up.
Just to add up to what he made mention of, it's not just only weakness. factor of safety is brought in just for in case you exceed the capacity. Like for instance, let's use this building. This building is designed to this room is designed to accommodate us as a conference room. It has a number allocated to it. In case we exceed the number, the building should be able to contain us for a period before it collapses. That is what he's trying to ask you, to your policies. If in case, maybe during the administration, other things will come on board, you might not plan to establish some policies, but during your administration, other circumstances will come, which will still need you to address them. How would you cater to address such issues and it will not break the budget or the policies you are bringing on board? That is the answer he was expecting from you. That is why he said factor of safety. Okay? You are just going to do transfer of knowledge from construction to the field of leadership. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you both. So, my last question. What's the overview of construction as a program? The overview of construction as a program. The whole.
Thank you so much, the Chair and the Honorable Member. The overview of construction is based on actually building sustainable houses for societies. Thank you.
Come again.
The overview of construction is by using sustainable materials to build projects for the society. Thank you.
Sustainable materials like?
Sustainable materials, they are materials that are not harmful to the society.
Example?
Example, the bamboo, thatch, and what have you.
Boss. Well, all right, let me go to the president. You see, as for him there, it's home match, IT. Honorable Joachim, how are you doing?
Thank you, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Please, I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm fine.
Thank God.
Honorable Joachim, why did you choose to pursue IT, not construction?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. As much as I believe the construction course is equally a very important course, which at the end of the day can afford you an income, I equally believe that pursuing a course should be born out of interest. And growing up as a child, I think at my class 5 was when I had the privilege to encounter computer for the first time. And having seen what the wonders the computer had done, I took it upon myself to be able to pursue the world of technology. And till now, I have just come here to be able to pursue and acquire more knowledge in technology, since that has become the passion I've developed over the years.
So, as an IT student, how will you lead a digital transformation agenda within the SRC to improve service delivery, participation, and accountability?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I believe very well that coming on board as an SRC president with an IT knowledge, I should be able to champion digital transformation in the sense that, as well as we believe the whole world is taking the trend of digitization, we should be able to do away with the paper system at our secretariat. That should be the first thing, where we intend to put the SRC secretariat on a digital platform with the use of dissemination of informations rather than serving notices and writing letters and keeping a lot of files at the office. And then also with regards to how to keep data, I've observed that over the years, one challenge the principle of continuity is facing when it comes to the SRC is the fact that when there is a transition, there are no past documents for even the incoming executives to continue. But I believe that if some of these records are kept in a cloud storage, any president can be able to access those documents and even make reference to it. Thank you very much.
Okay. So with this, what system would you deploy to automate SRC administrative workflow like finances tracking, and event planning, and even voting?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Let me start from the last one, which is the voting. I must say that I think AAMUSTED, we have gone a step ahead with the adoption of the e-voting, which I believe it's already a technological advancement.
You see, people doubt. People doubt the system. So as an IT person, you need to talk more, teach us more about it.
Thank you very much, the Chair. And thank you for the question. I believe very well that people might doubt everything. Even as a producer, whatever item you are sending onto the market, you should be ready for negative inputs. But I believe it's high time we are able to educate our people on the exact service that our products are rendering. And when it comes to the e-voting that is being used, I believe that it does not have lapses, with the fact that the system is built on a LAN, which we call the local area network. I think the major challenge people will be having is the fact that people having back-end access to the data. But I believe that with the little knowledge I have in IT, it will be very difficult to have access to a LAN area network if you do not have a direct access to the device, which we call the server. So I believe that I want to stand here and tell the people of AAMUSTED that the e-voting system, as much as it is being run on the LAN network, is secured.
What about the financial tracking?
With the issue of finance, thank you, the Chair, thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. I equally believe that if today we have a software which can help us to type, which is MS Word, we equally have softwares that are accounting softwares. So I believe very well that going forward, the SRC should consider buying some of those softwares to use in administrative work, which will enforce accountability and tracking of financial expenses.
Okay, so how would you handle cybersecurity and data protection within the transformation?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. I believe very well that as much as we intend to keep our documents, as I said, on the cloud, in the cloud, iCloud for that matter, it is vulnerable to attack. But I believe very well that one very important course AAMUSTED is pursuing now is the BSc Cybersecurity. It is high time we are able to identify some of the very good students or the experienced people from that department to help secure our back-end data. So I think that would be my approach towards handling cybersecurity issues.
So, it's not it. This my second question. Propose a technology-driven solution to bridge the gap between student leadership and the general student body. How will you ensure continuous student engagement through it? You get it?
No, please.
Okay. Propose a technology-driven solution to bridge the gap between student leadership and the general student body. How will you ensure continuous student engagement within it, through it?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you for the question, Honorable Member. I believe very well that using technology to bridge the gap between leadership and the student body should be addressed through the use of some of our media platforms. I believe equally that if the SRC has an active media platform, either the social media or even a website, it is a platform to keep constant communication with the student body. And I believe that that would be a platform to be able to bridge that gap, where there should even be a column for students to be able to share their grievances, and leadership should be able to have access to those data and then act upon them. So with this, the gap is now being bridged.
Okay. You see, many students in Aamusted struggle with access learning resources. Many students in Aamusted struggle with accessing learning resources. So how would you leverage your IT background to build an inclusive academic support system across all faculties?
Thank you very much.
Are you the one who is going to answer me?
Thank you very much, the Chair.
I think you heard me.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. I believe very well that when we come to Aamusted, we have an electronic library. It is rather unfortunate that not so many people know that. You can visit the library opposite the ROB and access digital materials or soft copy of course materials. And then also, going forward, I believe that as much as we are trying to take the journey of digitization, our lecturers should consider mounting some of their course materials into soft copy for us to be able to access. Where I know very well that as an IT student, my second semester courses would be available at the ITE library, and just with my student ID or my index number, I should be able to access it. Going forward, this platform should be able to encourage students to access it.
Okay. Last but one. How would you address data affordability and internet access challenges?
Thank you very much. I would be glad if you come with a question again.
How would you address data affordability and internet access challenges?
Okay, thank you very much. So starting from the last one, the internet accessibility. One of my policies is about the extension of the university Wi-Fi, because I believe very well that as much as we students pay for this service in our fees, not so many of us are able to access it because the Wi-Fi service is limited to a portion of the campus. And I believe that if it is being extended to the major lecture blocks and the halls, that will improve upon our Wi-Fi accessibility. Now, issue about data affordability. One of my policies is the fact that my administration, we intend to, rather than seeking for a SIM card, we are looking at it from the angle of why don't we talk to the telcos to be able to give us a student data package that with the use of a short code and your index number, you are able to access a student data package at an affordable price. So I think with that, that policy will also take care of the data affordability, whilst the extension of the Wi-Fi take care of internet connectivity.
Do you know flowchart?
Yes, please.
What about pseudocode?
Yes, please.
What's the difference?
Okay, so a flowchart is the visual representation of a process or a workflow through the use of symbols like a square, an ellipse, a parallelogram, and some other, like with an arrow and some other symbols.
So what does the circle represent?
The
circle.
Yes, the circle indicates the start.
The start.
The start and the end of the process.
Okay. So, okay. What about the pseudocode?
The pseudo code is quite similar to the flowchart, but the difference is that the pseudo code makes use of a natural language rather than the symbols. So pseudo code makes use of natural language, then the flowchart makes use of symbol.
What about algorithm?
Algorithm, the meaning or?
The meaning.
Thank you very much, the chair, and thank you, honorable member, for the question. Algorithm explains the flow, the step-by-step flow of a process.
Come again.
The algorithm explains the. Okay, so an algorithm indicates the sequential flow or step-by-step flow of a process. That is.
Okay. All right. So, Honorable Joachim, give me the overview of the information technology education. The overview.
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. So the overview of the information technology education is that it is a structured course that is expected to equip an individual or the student with the necessary information technology skills to be able to teach in a recognized institution and impart this IT knowledge to the younger ones or the unknown person. So the program looks forward to equipping the individual with the skills to relay the knowledge onto the unknown person.
All right. Thank you.
Honorable Joachim and Kwagbla. That is the name, right? Kwagbla. Thank you. I'm Okran Seth. And I'm taking you through current affairs. It's in 4 sections. So we start from the first section. The first section, we are going to talk about the current tragic which happened in Adanse. That is the helicopter crash. All right. First of all, I call you Mr. Humble Man. And it seems you also choose a running mate who is also humble. So I call you the humble team. All right. The current helicopter crash, there was this man who was a Gulf member. When I say Gulf, that is the Ghana Air Force. Peter Anala. What is his rank? It goes to Honorable Joachim.
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Squadron leader.
Thank you. to your running mate, Ernest Edu Mensah. What is his rank?
Thank you so much, the Honorable Chair and the Honorable Member.
Please, I will walk you out. The one wearing the white, please. I beg you.
Please, her rank is Air Marshal.
Wrong. He is a sergeant. All right. What type of helicopter was involved in the crash? Running mate, it goes to you. What type of helicopter was involved in the crash?
Okay. Thank you so much for the question. The name of the helicopter is a Ghana Air Force Harbin Z-9EH.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. President, aspiring, how many people were on board and were there survivors?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. There were 8 people on board, comprising 5 government officials and 3 air crew. Unfortunately, none of them survived.
Thank you. Vice. What was the helicopter's departure point and destination?
Thank you so much, the Honored Chair and the Honorable Member. Please, Accra and Obuasi. Thank you.
Come again.
Accra. The helicopter starts from Accra and its destination is Obuasi.
Thank you. That is what I wanted. President, what was the purpose of the trip?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. So we got to realize the purpose of the trip was the government officials were going to educate, were attending a function in aid of promoting legal mining and equally speaking against.
Thank you. I'm okay with that. Section 2. We are to talk about the American technology, which is the B-2 Spirit bomber. Some people are asking why these questions. Are the SRC presidents going to manufacture bomb? It is necessary. We are in the world of technology, which Honorable Joachim is a technologist. And Honorable Famous is also technologist. Because the concrete in which the bomb penetrates through was being done by a construction people. So it is necessary for us to dive into it. Maybe in the mere time coming, they are going to be the manufacturers of Ghana's maybe B7 bomb. Okay. Not wasting much time, Mr. President Aspire. I want the full name of B2 bomb. Please, 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 please.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Ballistic 2 bomb.
Come again.
Ballistic 2 bomb.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Bosin. Nah.
That is the bunker buster bomb. Vice. Americans B-2 bomber used to bomb Iran's nuclear sites was designed to mimic a certain bird. Kindly give me the name of the bird.
Thank you, the Chair and the Honorable Member. Please, the name of the bird is falcon bird.
Good. That is right. I can see you guys were researching based on this section. Okay, which country owns and operates B-2 Spirit bomber? To you, President Aspire.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. The B-2 bomb is being owned and operated by the United States of America.
Thank you. Which military branch operates the B-2 Spirit?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. It's being operated at Missouri, in a barracks located in Missouri in the United States.
Come again.
It's been operated by the White Man military camp.
You are trying to confuse me, but I'm not confused. White man can be UK's. German are white. Even when you go to Algeria, some people are white. So please be specific. Yes, in Ghana, even some people are white. There is a white lady at the back. Please.
Thank you very much, the Chair, and thank you, Honorable Member. So it is being operated from the White Man barracks located at Missouri in the United States of America.
I wanted you to be specific. You see, when we say military, it has branches. So
White Man Air Force Base.
Because I said it has branches, I'm not giving it to you. The next section, that is the Israel-Iran war. What was the name of the Israel military campaign launched against Iran on June 13th, 2025? That is for Vice, the running mate.
Thank you so much, the chair and the honorable member. Please, it is called Operation Rising Lion.
Thank you, it's okay. President Aspire, what level of casualties and damage were reported?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. According to the news, the level of fatality stated that about thousands of Iranians died and dozens of, is it Israel or Iraq, one of the countries?
I didn't mention Iraq, Iran and Israel.
Yes, so yes, thousands of Iranians and then dozens of Israelis.
It's rather hundreds of Iran and dozens of Israels.
So hundreds, let me correct myself so that you give me the mark.
Okay. I think let's finalize it. Parliamentary proceedings, that is the last section. How was the national budget managed early in 2025 to avoid a shutdown? Mr. President, Aspire.
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. Please, the question again.
How was the national budget managed early in 2025 to avoid shutdown?
Okay, thank you very much. So early 2025, there was a transition from the past administration, His Excellency the Nana Addo Dankwa led administration, to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama administration. Unfortunately, there was no budget for the first quarter, but Parliament needed to approve an emergency budget to avoid the country running low or to avoid a shutdown. And a budget of over 68 million. Yes,
it's
over
okay.
68.
It's okay, thank you. Running mate. What bill established a new state entity to regulate gold exports? What bill established a new state entity to regulate gold exports?
Thank you, the chair and the honorable member. Please, the name of the bill is called Gold Board Bill.
Thank you. For me to pass the mic to my colleague, the beautiful lady here, as you guys are aspiring, let's say you are now elected SRC president in Aamusted. with technology both of you are having, what just happened to Iran from the US? What are the lessons you've learned, and what are the way forward you are planning if it is to happen in Ghana here? Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. I believe very well that going forward, it is rather unfortunate this incident had happened, which took the lives of some notable personnel in government. But I believe that if there were and quickly maybe advise an emergency landing rather than the air crew officials trying to find a way out all by themselves. So I believe going forward, the technology should be able to detect some of these things.
To your running mate, the same question.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to base my argument or my statement on the Israeli and then the Iranians. So according to the news, you realize that the Israeli were able to detect their bomb site early enough to destroy. So here in Ghana, we should be able to advance in technology where we would be able to ascertain or detect crime scenes before those crime gets to us. Thank you.
You're welcome. But I was expecting that with the IT level of Honorable Joachim, he's going to make sure he get a team to do research and try to also build weapons that can detect and also have B7, which will also be in the space without people seeing. But all the same, you did well. Thank you.
Honorable Joachim. Pass.
Peace.
We learn to teach.
For the sake of Christ.
For the sake of Christ.
We learn to teach.
My name is Adoku Katrin. And I'll be taking you in general knowledge. I owe you 10 solid marks. I should give you to attain this mark.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, my honorable lady. At least finally I've heard a soft voice.
There is a follow-up. You know, I have not asked you questions. I mean, you know. So I'm coming there.
Honorable Joachim, I am offended. Deeply offended. In fact, she just started speaking. I greeted you with calm. I acknowledge the beautiful clothes you guys are wearing, the color. You bypass all this and called my words harsh to you. I am offended. I am not asking you to apologize. I just want you to know that I am offended.
Honorable Joachim, as an SRC aspirant.
Thank you, Honorable Member. If the chair respectfully, may I have your attention? I would like to, as much as he does not demand. I also believe that my background teaches me that we are humans. To err is human, and to forgive is divine. As much as I am human, I am fallible. And if any of my statements, which I admit, had offended my honorable president from the construction department, as much as he might not be interested in my apology, I want to render an unqualified apology to him, as well as other members of the panel. I do not in any way want to say your voices are harsh. Thank you.
Honorable Joachim, how does the President manage the SRC budget responsibly?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Managing the SRC budget to ensure its efficiency is through the, first of all, the budget should be approved by members of LA who are the highest decision-making body. And after that, the efficiency of it is to ensure that whatever that is captured in it is being implemented and accounted for duly. I believe with that, it ensures efficiency.
Honorable Joachim, there is a word, anti-corruption, and it baffles me a lot. How do you ensure anti-corruption in your term?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Anti-corruption basically means a phobia to corruption. Pardon me if I would have to, that is my understanding. Phobia means like you do not like something. So anti-corruption means doing things the right way rather than engaging in corruption. As a student leader, I believe that student leaders should be able to render their services to the betterment of their members or their colleague students. As a student leader, I advocate strongly against anti-corruption, and I would ensure that corruption is never tolerated in my administration, where I should be able to give equal access to every student. I believe some of these corruption issues emanate from the fact that we tend to be doing the way of too much bureaucracy. But if we have a government or an administration that is closer to the people, it can do away with some of this corruption, and in a way, it will preach anti-corruption.
All right. Before I continue, I asked the number of questions, and then you've not given me any answer.
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. As much as I believe you can determine how many questions will score me the 10 marks, I have answered 2 already, and if the 2 can afford me the 10 marks, I'll be glad.
Okay, Honorable Joachim, the 2 you've answered can't afford you the 10 marks. You can get only 2 marks. What about that?
Then please, let's add the rest 8.
All right, let's go. Please hand the mic over to your Vice. Mr. Vice, as aspirant. All right. Please, the president issued a communique that all national flags go down half-mast. Why?
Thank you so much, the chair and honorable member. The flags of Ghana has to go halfway because some government officials died in line of their official duties. That is why the flags of Ghana have to go halfway. Thank you.
And what does that symbolize?
It symbolizes that Ghana mourns.
All right, please. Yeah. Hand over the mic to the president aspirant. Honorable Joachim, how can an SRC aspirant support academic excellence among students?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. I believe very well that our primary motive of coming here is for academic excellence. And as an SRC president, I believe that through my policy, which is reviving the academic counseling unit, I should be able to empower our colleagues to improve, do very well in academics. And then also, we should be able to recognize those who are doing well academically. I believe very well that if there's an award scheme or there's a package for performing students, it encourages other students to equally do same. And with this, we encourage the whole students' body to pursue academic excellence.
All right. There was a recent happening in UPSA on indecent dressing. If given the mandate as the SRC president, how do you prevent that happening in Aamusted?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. I believe very well that with the issue of indecent dressing, it needs a holistic approach, both from we the students as well as maybe management. Reason being that we have an activity called orientation of students, but my past experiences over here tells me whenever we go for such programs, issues about academic performance and other things are being spoken about, but little is said about our dressing, if we can factor it in some of those ceremonies. And then also, we the individuals should be conscientized that we are students, and as much as we are coming into the public domain, we should appear in a good way. So with that, I think it will solve the problem of indecent dressing.
Mr. Joachim, you think?
I believe.
Mr. Joachim, it looks like Aamusted is not well known, because where I'm coming from, when you say you are in Aamusted, they still question you. Unlike you saying I'm in Legon, UCC, and they know. How then do you sell out Aamusted to the nation or to the whole world to know about Aamusted if you are given the mandate?
Thank you very much, the chair. Thank you, honorable member. One part of my policy answers this question perfectly. It will interest you to know that management drives cars from Kumasi here to parts of the country just to embark on an enrollment drive and tell people about a university called Aamusted. I believe very well that with our intention of designing and printing an SRC branded cloth, which other universities are equally doing, it should be able to advertise the Aamusted brand that we are trying to build, where our students that are located as far as Tamale, Bogatanga, Takrady, Accra, Sunyani, when during vacations are able to put on those branded souvenirs, it speaks volume about the university. I believe if people see you in those branded souvenirs and they ask, oh, which university is this? This is Aamusted. Same way, it will help to build the Aamusted brand and advertise our university.
Honorable Joachim, there was a mid-year budget presented in Ghana at the Parliament House. On which date was that budget presented?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. It was presented in July 2025.
All right, I will take that. Honorable Famous, why do you think institutional collaboration is important in SRC? In SRC? Let me put it like that.
Thank you so much, the Chair, the House. Institutional collaboration with the SRC, or let me say the SRC collaborating with the institution, is very key and vital in student activism because, let's say for instance, the SRC have to, let me say, collaborate with Ministry of Education. These ministries will then come to educate students on pertinent issues affecting the welfare of students, and also institutions like the alumni. The alumni also serves as what? The mentors to us and sponsors to most of our programs. So I think collaborating with these institutions will go long by actually bringing good things to the SLC. Thank you.
Honorable Joachim, you requested for 10 questions. Please, how many have I given so far?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Thank you, Honorable Member. Unfortunately, we are not taking notes.
All right, Honorable Joaquin and Honorable Famous, thank you and do have a good evening. I wish you all the best.
My brothers are very tired and we are also tired as well. So I'll ask you one question and you will leave. What is the difference between thank you and thank you very much?
Thank you very much, the Chair. So in answering this question, I want to derive motivation from the comparative and superlative as taught in English language. A typical example is when you say someone is beautiful and the comparative says more beautiful, superlative says most beautiful. I believe very well that thank you is just to show appreciation, but thank you very much shows a more appreciation. Thank you very much.
Okay. Supposing you are the SRC president of AAMUSTED. Supposing, how will you enhance AAMUSTED reputation locally and internationally?
Thank you very much, the Chair. So in projecting AAMUSTED to be a law-abiding institution, both locally and internationally, first of all, I believe it has to do with ensuring discipline within our university and our environment here. where students should be educated against some misconduct and then also encouraged to behave very well. And then as much as...
Good. So here in case pressure groups on campus are fighting, today it happens at the Pokuare forecourt. And it's in the student handbook that we should promote peaceful environment. As the SRC president, how are you going to solve this?
Thank you very much, the chair. I believe very well that to some extent our pressure groups overreact to issues. As much as you can be an activist, you should be an activist with a positive mindset. Going forward, I believe our pressure groups should be educated on the real meaning of pressure group so that we do not turn our pressure groups to become hooligans, like rebels on campus. Our pressure groups are becoming more of a rebel than a pressure group. A pressure group should champion positive intentions and welfare of whichever denomination they are representing. So I think that with the pressure groups, it's rather unfortunate it's happened. And going forward, I believe with enough education, some of those things should be avoided.
Have a very good night, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a very good night, and may God bless you. We are praying. We thank you, Lord, for how far you brought us. God, let us have a good and a positive leadership on Aamusted in Jesus' name. Amen.